We are back on The Source. Some big news coming down on Monday that the YMCA in Niagara Falls at the McBain Centre will remain permanently closed. Here to shed some light on that decision, let's welcome Mayor Jim Diodati of Niagara Falls. Jim, how did this decision get made?
First of all, I'll tell you, we've had a long history with YMCA, 15 years here, that have been great and fruitful. And a lot of people have nursed their ailments back and their new hips and knees and everything else as they got back in the groove. So it's a sad day for us to have this news, but it's a combination of things. Number one, there's been a lot of competition come into the market that wasn't there when they opened. Competition like Good Life, Fit for Less, LA Fitness, World Gym. They're big gyms and they offer memberships at significantly lower prices. So that was the first thing. The second thing, the YMCA is struggling to maintain this type of a model. A large Y with an aquatic center. Pools are very labor intensive and expensive to run and high on maintenance. And these bigger models in communities are very difficult to run. You need a lot of members, thousands and thousands of members to keep this type of a business going. So the business model has changed. And the Y's direction these days is more of a community-centered, smaller type YMCA. And that's the direction they're going in right now.
This facility is only 15 years old, so it's kind of heartbreaking to see that structure being put up and 15 years later being shuttered. What are the plans to try and find someone to take it over?
Well, that's a great question. And yeah, you're right. That's a beautiful facility. People may not know, but the city has a number of offices in there, including finance and parking and traffic. We have a library in there as well. It's a bus hub. So we're going to look to the community. We're going to go out looking for expressions of interest to see what might fit in there. And it could be some private type business. It could be one of our community groups right now. So we're going to go out to the community, find out what's possible, find out where the interest is, bring that back to council. But what I will tell you is, Mike, at the end of the day, we're going to make sure that we replace what's there with something that's going to be great for our community, that'll give a great community benefit, so it'll serve all the residents, especially the ones that live in that end of town.
Is the YMCA looking for another smaller location in the city of Niagara Falls?
They could potentially look at some smaller presence, smaller footprint in the community. We're also looking at options for our seniors, maybe some kind of a partnership or an active senior and family center. I mean, we've got the beautiful pool, a great indoor track. We've got pickleball. We've got exercise equipment, bright lights, lots of windows and natural light. So there's a lot of neat reasons why this space can be utilized and it would be popular. So definitely all options will be on the table. We'll bring all options back to City Council, and then Council will have to make the final decision going forward.
Before this announcement was made Monday, were all of the current members already informed?
They were notified today, as I understand it. I know the writing's been on the wall because the Y's been closed because of COVID. So people haven't been able to work out there since spring of last year. So a lot of people understood. And in the meantime, a lot of people found memberships elsewhere because they didn't want to wait. And now it's official, it's final. Those members will be allowed to work out at another Y if they like. They can go to one of the other Ys here in Niagara, or they can get a full refund. They'll have all their options presented to them very soon. But the Y officially at the end of the month, of this month, January, will be when they vacate the building.
What about some of the summer programs and other supports that the Y tends to offer in a city like Niagara Falls? Where will they take place?
So they will continue, and the Y's presence will still be felt. It's a partnership that goes back a long time, including things like camps. I know when I was a little boy, I participated in Y camps, and they do a lot of great programs and programming, and we're going to have that continue. We're still working on how that's going to work as they work together with our Rec and Culture department, but people should rest assured the physical space will change, but their presence will continue, and the Y will continue to be a part of the fabric of Niagara Falls.